Hey everybody, this is my first demonstration and pretty much my first go of the Mooer Vem Box. Okay, just a quick description first. Obviously you've got your power in there, instrument can go in there, combines with your XLR microphone input to service your vocoder effects that are built into the unit. You can also feed your instrument out again with a clean signal so that you can vocode over your instrument playing without necessarily having to destroy or degrade the instrument sound. And then of course you've got audio out. So let's get straight into that. Testing. This is our first effect. They range from conservative to pretty heavy and extreme. It's a good unit. Testing patch number 1. Nice hall reverb. Number 2. Testing number 2. Number 3. Nice deep. Hello. Long delay. Testing. Actually, that's an interesting effect, that one. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. A little bit of vibrato included in this patch. Here comes the sun. And it makes my really bad singing voice sound reasonably acceptable. Testing patch number 8. Classic Barry White. Testing patch number 9. Oh, okay, patch number 9 hasn't been written. Number 10, Distortion. Number 11. Number 12. Number 12 is a nice short reverb. 13. This is a stutter effect. Testing. Here comes the sun. Testing. There's a nice thinned out effect if you want a kind of sort of telephone distortion sort of sound with a nice long delay. Hello, testing. Hello, testing. And there's a nice voice fattening effect. Here comes the sun. The sun. Here comes the sun. Testing. Here's some flanger. Testing. Pitch octave. Sorry, pitch delay. Pitch delay. Oh, I thought we had pitch delay for a minute then, but it seems to have reverted to an ordinary delay. Testing patch 19. Testing patch 20. Testing patch 21. Patch 22. That's got a nice doubler effect. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Hello, testing. Hello. Massive cabin. Twenty-six. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I find effects like this can improve the sound of a kind of a weak singing voice, which is what I feel I suffer from. So if you kind of dress it up in a weak effect or a thin sounding effect like this, it can actually, in a mix, make your singing sound quite a lot better than what it really was. Something I've relied on a lot in the past.
Page 29. Okay, this is a version of the vocoder
that just makes you feel like you've drunk a whole bottle of scotch.
Hello, it's been a rough night.
Hello, number 30. That's a nice tight one. It's compressed, a little bit of echo, and a very nicely evenly balanced EQ. Here comes the sun. 31. Similar. 32. Okay, this one has a rotary wah effect. Wah. Nice bassy one there. Good sound if you are a singer who really knows what they're doing. 34, nice clear distortion. 35. That's interesting. I'm not sure what's happening with that delay. Let's explore a little bit. We're going into the delay section here. It's the rotary system that we're all quite familiar with. Select the effect you want to choose and rotate it with this knob here. And press this knob in to select the values that you want. So testing. So we should get deeper as we rotate the knob here. Deeper, 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 shallower, shallower. Okay, so our delay's virtually disappeared there. Okay, so skip that patch and we'll move on to the next one. More distortion. Patch 37 has a slight harmony and plenty of reverb. Here comes the sun, and I think I hear a bit of octave below there as well. 38 is a deep distortion.
39, here we are in the vocoder. Alright, let's change the vocoder settings. Going down.
I would love to control that live in a show.
Hello, this is a robot speaking to me.
I think that sounds really, really good. Now there are a couple of different kinds.
This is the...
I think it's a bit crusher, this one, that's giving us that rough voice effect.
Setting number 1, setting 2, setting 4,
setting 5, setting 7, setting 9. Sounds nasty. Start the next
page. A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. Now I think these are copies of what we listened to just before, so I've been through the 40 user patches, and these are the 40 preset patches. Feedback. No, it's gone. B1. Alright, let's try changing the vocoder. We're going to switch it on and see what sort of sounds we can get out of that. So this is through my sampler, which I've attached to it. It just has some pitches set into the sampler buttons there. So starting low note. Hello, testing. I am a robot. Robot. I think I might need more volume to really appreciate this. Hello. I'm going to turn my amp right up here. Hello. Right, well I've heard that used with the guitar and it does sound a lot better, but let's try it with a beat. So anyway, let's try a different vocoder. Different vocoder.
So if it's not good, can change it to
The robot setting. Now the robot setting just has one note. So you won't need a synthesizer plugged into it or anything like that.
But you'll still get a robotic sound.
like this.
Like this.
We're back at the start with our bottle of scotch effect. Okay, so VemBox, I think it's really good. There's a lot to explore. This rotary knob has a lot more stops on it than we're used to seeing in multi-effects units like from Zoom and brands that use a similar sort of rotary system like Delta Labs, etc. You can set the pedal to control various features here. I'm not sure what they all are yet. Looks like some are controlling pitch and the microphone input level. Lots of EQ settings. Modulation, there's a separate setting for the rate of the modulation effect as well. Harmony settings, seems to give you a pretty big range of options there for harmonizing. And in fact there is actually a range stop on the rotary dial. What sort of delays have we got? Okay, they're just numbered. Just numbered kinds of delays. Hello. Alright. Right. Okay. Different delay. Interesting. Test. And then we can go into delay time and shorten it right up, like that. Test, just to make a nice doubler effect. And then there's reverb. Let's pull out a really long reverb. Hello. Okay. Change the type of reverb. Whole reverb with lots of decay. That is actually really nice clear reverb. It sounds good. Okay. And what else have we got? Chamber. That has a very nice decay to it as well. P, plate reverb, presumably. N, some other kind of reverb. And the one that's just called R, which is just reverb, presumably. And we're back to vocoder. So yeah, mic level can be set to improve your distortion or pull back from your distortion, depends how you balance things out. The pedal settings, let's see, got volume there, this one. Okay, might depend on which effect or which preamp you use. Testing. Testing. Okay. Well, that's about all I'm going to show you for the moment for the Mooer Vem Box, but it looks to me to be a pretty exciting effects pedal. I'll try to do another video when I've got a bit more information for you. Thanks, guys.